do them like that. So if there's some folk in your life that just fell off the face of the map, and you're trying to figure out what the hell happened to Tasha, what the hell happened to Keisha, what the hell happened to Tyrone, what the hell happened to Wayne, we were just kicking it.
Say for me, y'all can chase the tail. Pick so precise, it's like we read it, get in braille. Stacking all this money, there's no way that we can fail. The stats never lie.
Say money, what's up? Welcome to episode 71 of the Save Money Podcast. We're your go-to source for all the latest and greatest in sports and urban culture. We're here to break down the trending topics, give you the inside scoop, and provide expert insights on everything from game day strategies to the culture. Whether you're a seasoned bettor, a sports fan, fanatic, or just someone who loves to stay on top of the urban scene, we got something for you. So stay tuned in, stay informed, stay down, and let's make some safe money. Safe money, what's up? What's going on? Listen, let's go ahead and deal with the facts. And the truth is, we split on yesterday. Baltimore Orioles cashed out for us. They did exactly what we needed them to do. On the other hand, the Cincinnati Reds, they got clipped off yesterday. They lost to the Cleveland Guardians 6-1, splitting our Shakur in half. It was a good game yesterday, but the Cleveland Guardians just jumped out early, man, and they jumped out early and they buried the Cincinnati Reds 6-1. Cleveland went out there, they had 10 strokes, 10 hits. It seems like every time they got to bat, man, they were just hitting everything. Out of the 10 hits, they came home with 6 runs, and they were able to conquer yesterday 6-1. On the other hand, Cincinnati, every time, they only had 4 strokes. So they struggled yesterday offensively, hitting. The Guardians is a better defensive team, and they just proved it even the more on yesterday. So yeah, next was the Baltimore Orioles, who defeated the Yankees 5-3. The Yankees actually played well. You know, they had 7 hits. Baltimore had 8 hits. Baltimore was able to pull out 5 runs to the Yankees 3. So Baltimore just played a little better defensively. And they were able to hold the Yankees down and beat them in the Bronx on last night, 5-3. So we're currently 26-20 for the month of September. Those that purchased our parlays on yesterday, we hit 1 out of the 2 that we gave away. Baltimore Orioles money line, White Sox money line, and the Brewers with the spread. The other parlay had the Cincinnati Reds, Baltimore Orioles, and the White Sox, and of course the Cincinnati Reds were the holdup. And so we got knocked out of that ticket, but hey, you know, it's like that. We gambling. It's sports betting. So it's going to be some ups and there's going to be some downs. We're just trying to make sure that we have more ups than we have downs. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So your 2-pick Shakur for today. We're going to get right into the business. You know, there's some early games out there. So, you know, DM us and we can send you over the early plays for today. I believe it's only one. I think it's just Houston and the Seattle Mariners. So hit us up. We got you. Today's games, and we have today's games are going to be well, it's nothing but baseball out there, to be honest with you. There's nothing but that baseball, nothing but diamond out there today. So, oh yeah, 2:10. Houston plays today at 2:10. So, if you're interested, I don't know if we have a play for that anyway. So, whatever. Yeah, your two picture core for today. Let's go ahead and deal with it. Your two picture core for today. We're going back with Cincinnati. We're gonna go back with the Cincinnati Reds. They're playing today at 6:40. Jacob Yenis is on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds. He's 4-0. He's 4-0 with a 2.61 ERA, 62.0 IP, and a whip of 0.84 with 48 Ks. He is up against Joey Cantello for the Cleveland Guardians. He is actually 2-3 with a 4.63 ERA, 35.0 IP, and a whip of 1.20 with 37 Ks. Cleveland, of course, like I said, they beat them, Cincinnati, that is, 6-1 yesterday. In Cleveland, the Cincinnati Reds are 76-82, while the Cleveland Guardians are 91-67. They are 42-39 at home. Cincinnati Reds are 37-40 away. Cincinnati is 5-5 in the last 10, and they are currently on a 2-game losing streak. The Cleveland Guardians are 7-3 in their last 10 games, and they are on a 1-game winning streak. And man, we just believe that here looking at everything, it just seems to be the best thing to do. It seems the best thing to do is to go back with the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are 43-70 in games when they have given up at least one home run. Cincinnati is 76-82 overall, 37-40 on the road, and the Reds are 43-70 in games when they have given up at least one home run. The matchup today is the fourth time these teams have met, and the Guardians, they currently have a .248 batting average with a 1.60 ERA. They've outscored opponents by 14 runs. The Reds, on the other hand, they are 5-5 with a .246 batting average. And here is the difference right here. They have a 5.32 ERA, while the Guardians have a 1.60 ERA. And they've been outscored by 6 runs. That's the difference. And the Guardians defensively are just a better team. 1.60 ERA, 5.32 ERA. You know what I mean? And they hopped out on them yesterday, 3-0, and they just held them down. It was nothing that they could really do, because the Guardians are tough. But today, I believe that it's going to be a turnaround for the Cincinnati Reds. So the Cincinnati Reds is game 1 of our 2-pick Shakur. The next game, we have our 2-pick Shakur. You'll find that game taking place at 7:40 in Minnesota. The Minnesota Marlins lost yesterday. Not the Minnesota Twins. Talking about the Minnesota Marlins. The Minnesota Twins lost yesterday. They lost 4-1 to the Miami Marlins. The Miami Marlins are overall 58-99, while the Minnesota Twins are 81-76. The Miami Marlins are 28-48 away on the road, and the Twins are 39-42 at home. Both teams are 3-7 in the last 10. Miami is on a 1-game win streak, and the Minnesota Twins are on a 3-game losing streak. And so Minnesota clearly is the better team. And I think with Minnesota having Simon Wood, Richardson on the mound, who's 5 and 5 with a 4.0 ERA, 132.2 IP, and a WHIP of 1.25 with 115 Ks. I believe Simon Woods, Richardson, and the Minnesota Twins are going to handle business against the Miami Marlins, who have Edward Cabrera on the mound, 4-8, 5.12 ERA with a 91.1 IP, with a whip of 1.39 and 102 Ks. I think they're going to come out, the Twins that is, and I think they're going to actually not just win, but they're going to cover the spread. So your two-pick score for today is the Cincinnati Reds money line and the Minnesota Twins at 740. There you go. Your play. Now, we come to the end of the show where we have this same segment we call Money Talk or Wisdom. What does wisdom have to say? What does money have to say? And I was talking to a partner of mine, and he was sharing with me a situation that he had with a partner of his, and it was a peaceful departure. It was someone that he had just started. He had met. They started dealing with each other business-wise, and business turned into them kicking it and, hanging out with some other friends. And, he had his old lady and he had his old lady. His partner, his former partner had his old lady, and they would all, hang out and do different things. And all of a sudden, they just stopped talking. And he was trying to make sense of the situation. Like, we broke bread together. My family, his family kicked it. We would trade off cookouts and different events. And he invited me here. We made money here doing this, made money doing that. And all of a sudden it was just, I ain't heard from him. I called him, everything. It wasn't no beef. He don't owe me no money. I don't owe him no money. Like what the deal is. And him and I were talking, and he came up with this thought or this conclusion that, real friends don't leave you. You don't lose friends. You don't lose real friends. But what happens is you eventually, you'll lose an undercover hater if there is one in your crew, if there is one in your camp, because real friends don't leave. It's a hidden contract where it's death. Do you part? You don't lose friends. You lose an undercover hater who could never find a valid reason to hate you, or they were actually starting to like you. It could have been that they were around trying to get something, trying to take something from you, or trying to get some information from you. And they couldn't get it, or they were trying to, whatever the case may be, whatever they were working towards. Because I ain't no hater, so I really can't even tap into a hater's concept or mindset, right? But, talking to him and the situation that took place where all of a sudden there's no communication. Evidently, there was some hating going on, or he was after something, or trying to get something, or looking for something and couldn't find it, and eventually departed. They departed ways. I've had partners like that where, we cool, we kicking it, and all of a sudden we stopped talking, and I hadn't even really added it all up. Like, yo, what happened to so and so? I don't know. Let me call that nigga, see what's up. You don't get no call. 3 months go by, 4 months go by, 4 years go by. And you're like, yeah, that's right. Oh, man, I don't know. I ain't seen him. You may see him out and like, yo, and hey, what's up? And hey, man, I'm going to get at you. All right, man, what's good, man? I'm going to get. And nothing, right? And I always found those situations very awkward. And I think I've had 2 situations like that in my lifetime. And all I can factor in the midst of that is that they were not genuine friends, because real friends don't leave you. So it's evident that they were a foe. They were pretending to be a friend when in all actuality they was a friend of me. They was actually in the relationship trying to see what they can pull out, what they can get from you. And when they realize they couldn't get anything from you, or they saying, listen, this nigga here, he ain't the average person. This is a real genuine dude. Like that's what I really take it as, because you can have some simple-minded folk around you who are shiesty, and they get connected with you because they think you on the same time that they on. So they trying to kick it with you because they think you out being shiesty, and so they trying to see what you doing to really get what you got. And when they see that you have what you have because you've been a stand-up person, you're a righteous person, you're a fair person, after a while your action, your behavior begin to shine light on all the mess that they have going on, and all the shiestiness that they have going on, and the things that they do that's not fair, that's unjust. And when they see you standing on principles and you actually have some morals and standards in your life, and you standing on them, you living by that code, and they don't, your lifestyle is holding them accountable to all the bullshit they got going on. And they know that if they're gonna continue to hang out with you, then they gonna have to step their game up, because you ain't with the bullshit. When they see that, they'll eventually leave peacefully, because how you living, what you stand for, what you believe in, and what you stand on is causing them to change. And they can't change you. They can't move you, and they realize it. They've been trying to get you to slip. They've been trying to get you to shift. But you continue to stand on what you've been standing on. And that's business. That's truth. That's real, genuine love, respect. So when they lose, instead of complaining about it, thank God about it. Because the reality is, real friends don't leave you. But a fake friend, a hater, an undercover friend, an undercover hater will leave your ass. Why? Because they were actually starting to buy into what you were selling. They realized I can't do him like that. This man take care of his kids. I can't do it like that. This woman take care of her kids. She loyal to her husband and everybody around her. She loyal to me and everybody around. I can't do them like that. So if there's some folk in your life that have just fell off the face of the map, and you're trying to figure out what the hell happened to Tasha, what the hell happened to Keisha, what the hell happened to Tyrone, what the hell happened to Wayne? We were just kicking it, and Tyrone, Keisha, Wayne, they wasn't shit. They wasn't shit. They realized that you was actually, you ain't shit either, but they realized that you wasn't the type of shit that they are. So they said, you know what? I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. On some real. They just realized that they couldn't fool you. They couldn't get over on you. And they realized that you were always genuine and true to yourself. So stay true. Stay genuine to yourself. Cincinnati Reds, Minnesota Twins. You can take the Minnesota Twins with the spread with the 1.5. But make sure you put them things together. Play them. You can play them. I'm playing them straight, and I'm putting them together on the 2-piece. DM us for a parlay. Instagram, safe_money365. Facebook, safe money365. TikTok, safe $365. DM us. We send you a parlay. If it hits, holler at me tomorrow. If it doesn't, we'll reimburse you your money. It's just that simple. Minnesota Twins, spread. Cincinnati Reds, money line is your 2-pick Shakur. Have a safe Monday day. Peace.
Let the safe open up.